today. From M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens taking on Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland and M&T Bank Stadium. Today we've got a good one on tap in the AFC North, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here we go. Here's Burrow to throw right away. Incomplete to open things up.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Burrow will throw. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Their opening drive here is going to result in a punt. They got 7 yards there, but not enough. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You can go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Henry again on 2nd down. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 7 yards there and a first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. A first down carry for Henry. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
In motion left goes a tight end. Again, it's Henry. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And now Jackson will look to throw it, rolling to his right. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw is on target to Likely.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run.
There's Flowers. He's got it. Touchdown, Ravens.
An 11-yard touchdown.
And the Ravens will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stop it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Now it's Burrow. Throw left side complete. That's Moss. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Ball on the 39. Here's the 2nd and 8.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Now a short one to Gesicki. Short completion, just 4 yards. And now it's 3rd and 4.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Burrow looking to pass. He's got it. Touchdown, Bengals.
Zach Moss.
An 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Bengals are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
Yeah, the man out of the backfield gets in for the score.
Evan McPherson for the extra point.
It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
The quick feet by there he goes left side. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
So this play, until recently, only something you'd probably expect to see in a college game, but running quarterbacks are certainly in vogue, and this turned into a big play.
And you and I both know that for a long time, coaches worried about their quarterbacks taking too much punishment, running plays like this, and they still worry about it. But when you can break up big chunks of yardage like that, it's worth the risk. Plus, you're coaching that quarterback to see those guys coming and get down before the big hit occurs.
A gain of 3, second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Jackson throwing complete there to Flowers.
That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop.
And he will have a Ravens first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
They'll run it again with Henry. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack.
And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you've got someone to tackle him.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker at its 4th.
Well, I don't want to be a jinx partner and put the whammy on him, but I think we could be looking at all-time damn the ground with the way that he's going. Only a few quarterbacks in this league are capable of a 100-yard game, and he's halfway there just in the first quarter. This is a record-setting pace. Hopefully, he can keep it up, and we can have fun watching it.
They'll run for it with Henry. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Play action. Now Jackson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. He tried to get away, but to no avail, and an absolute killer there. A 12-yard loss on 1st and goal.
These two teams all tied after one. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they come up now 2nd and goal. Here's Jackson to throw. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Andrews. A nice job to get 11 out of that pass play, but now they face a 3rd and goal.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
3rd and goal, Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Deontay Johnson, a 2-yard touchdown grab, and the Ravens have taken the lead. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. No run back here for Jones, a touchback. Joe Burrow back out there for the next Bengal possession. He had the short touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll begin again here on 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. They'll run a draw now with Moss. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Right back to Moss. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Now a short one to Gesicki. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Starting to rack up the yardage here in this first half. 5 catches now and a 1st down. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Odafe Oweh showing off the pass rush skills. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Burrow. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open man is Chase, complete. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. McPherson's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Derrick Henry trots back out there and gets ready to go. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable. And really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that's going to bring up second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Now Jackson on second down. Yet again, targeting and fighting Mark Andrews. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. 61 yards rushing for him, as he has been tough to stop here this first half. From the 41, here's 2nd and 3. Henry up the middle, and he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there, because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5.
To throw is Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. On the counter, it's Henry. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
They go play action with Jackson. Flush to his right.
He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Boy, he almost did that himself, but it looks like he's about a foot or 2 short. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down.
Well, we've seen Jackson already have success in the first half running the football, and he gets good yardage on the ground again there. I mean, I know it's a $64,000 question, CD, but how do they contain him better?
You have to win against the blockers ahead of you. If those guys even occupy a defender for even a half a second, then Lamar Jackson is gone. You got to take those blockers and move them so that you have clear vision of Lamar Jackson, and hopefully you can hem him in.
A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration. Henry out of the pistol. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. In motion right is the tight end. Jackson going to run. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal. Henry going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. They'll come out in the pistol. On 2nd down, here's Jackson. Flushed out right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens add 6 to their lead. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with the touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. And what a drive that was. 16 plays all told. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. Now a short one to Gesicki. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Now the Bengals urging everybody to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now a throw here, hauled in. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16.
Well, this hasn't really been a first half to remember on either side of the ball. But I think this kind of makes this an important drive. You'd love to get this back to a one-score game if you can. And that's good work there to get some yardage here and pick up the 1st down.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. A give running right, Moss.
No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
On now to punt, Brad Robbins.
Here's Hardy set to return. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Now Jackson on 1st down. Forced out to his left. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Jackson on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. Now Jackson. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard. Here it's Jackson. To the right side, into the hands of Flowers. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. We saw a terrific first half from the dual-threat quarterback Lamar Jackson. He threw 2 touchdown passes, ran for another, as his guys have the lead at halftime.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half.
And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback.
Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter.
But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Play action. It's Jackson.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. They run off tackle right with Hill.
It's a solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
First down, and it's Hill again. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw complete there to Bateman.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 19. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line.
Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
79 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
On third down, Jackson being chased out left. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson from 17 yards out.
And the Ravens take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. So the lanes continue to be there for Lamar Jackson to run that football. That his second touchdown run of the game.
You know what I would like? I'd like for us to be able to go into a defense's room after playing Lamar Jackson and watch the tape and see how much of a lane was really there and how much he created just through his talents. In any event, Lamar Jackson finds the end zone, doesn't he?
He always seems to, but that's a good point. We sometimes put blame on the defense. Maybe we just need to praise Lamar Jackson a little bit more.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
No run back here for Jones, a touchback.
So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Inside the 20.
And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick six.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Tucker with the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six.
And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here... Oh, another ball up for grabs here, and this one is intercepted. Picked off by Odafe Owe.
And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. So their woes on offense continue. That's the second pick thrown here in the third quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
And the busy night for Henry continues. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
Logan Wilson, the one who got in there and dropped him to the ground.
Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So they got the turnover, started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. The goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm. Me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
Credit that sack to Travis Jones.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense.
They're just looking to do more of the same. They were good in the first half. They've extended their lead so far here in the second half. They're just looking good hitting on all cylinders right now.
And sometimes that means a head coach who really has the finger on the pulse of the team may not have anything to say at all. May tell the rest of the coaches,
a little bit.
Just back it off a little bit. This team has it under control. I remember hearing about Bob Knight years ago in basketball, getting ready to give the final speech before the gold medal game in '84. And on the board, Michael Jordan had written, Coach, after all we've been through, there's no way we're losing tonight. He didn't even give a pregame speech.
Wow, interesting. Well, right now, no speech is needed. They'll throw on first down with Jackson.
And he'll go right back to Andrews.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 12 more yards for him there. It's a first down.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. And he'll go down at the 28. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Inside handoff, Henry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
2nd and 6.
Jackson now. Flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. From the gun, it's Jackson.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 15-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll run straight ahead with Hill. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And the Ravens are going to have it 1st and goal as they'll take this down to about the 3.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the 3rd quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
You think back to some of the great goal line bruisers of the past, the Earl Campbells, the John Riggins, the Marshawn Lynches. And then you can put Derrick Henry right in that group as he scores there with another patented Derrick Henry run.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. No run back here for Jones, a touchback. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Now a short one to Gesicki. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring up 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The quick slant, good for 8 and a 1st. Burrow will throw. Throw right side, pulled in by Higgins. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
When you decide to run a hitch route, it really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Again, it's Burrow. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 27-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another 1st.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
On 2nd down, a run with Herbert. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10. Now it's Burrow. Throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
That is caught. Touchdown. Trenton Irwin, 27 yards. And the Bengals get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. But not that any of the points would be needed, but CD, they've got enough time left here. They can definitely score on this drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well, if they really want to drive home this landslide victory.
Yeah, we're certainly about to see just how aggressive they want to be here down the stretch. And what some coaches do is they try and meet it halfway, meaning they want to continue to run their offense, but they'll put in a lot of backups to do it and then tell the opposing coach, hey, I had to get them some work too. I can't just let them sit over on the sidelines all the time.
This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
The Ravens send their punter out now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Now this one complete on the slant route. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Here we go. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. Another one into the hands of Jamar Chase. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Draw play, a give to Herbert. Scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down. 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. So the completion good for 6 yards. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Burrow on 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Trenton Irwin with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Bengals are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
And
get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 118 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. Jackson. And this one is incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. Give them 17 and a Cincinnati first down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Jamar Chase, 32 yards. And the Bengals have got it back to a two-score game here in the fourth. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. In the fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
A first down carry for Henry. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Throwing is Jackson. That's caught. It's Flowers. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. Here's Jackson. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Zay Flowers with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. And there was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off by Roquan Smith.
And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense. But they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
No gain on the play there. Second down.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
3rd and 5.
Now it's Jackson. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Sam Hubbard making his presence felt in the backfield.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the Bengals will get the football back. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Here we go.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And who's got it? I think the Ravens do, yes. And they're going to win this football game. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Able to locate Andrews here on the out route. And he has the Ravens first down, and it would appear that that's going to be the one to do it. So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely, and no matter what angle you're making the tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
And he pulled it. Oh, my goodness. It's no good. He missed it.
And this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
So it's a win here for the Ravens. And it was
5 total touchdowns, 3 in the air, 2 more on the ground. That's getting it done.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens are victorious here as we say so long from Baltimore.